This is Audio Footlights, a behind-the-scenes podcast presented by the Children's Theatre of Cincinnati. This podcast was created to take a closer look into the shows we produce, to inspire, impact, and ignite a lifelong love of theater. This episode of Audio Footlights focuses on our production of Princess and Frog, the musical. My name is Springstar Pillow, and I play the Queen Helene in this production. With me today is Raynice Brown, who plays Princess Acrimonia in the show. Welcome to the podcast, Raynice.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, what got you started in theater, and how old were you when you started?
What got me started in theater was both my family and my love of just putting on a show. I come from a family of 6 kids, so I'm one of 6. I have 5 siblings, and we've always been really chaotic. We've always had a lot of energy, and I was about 6 or 7 when I was in Flat Stanley Jr. the musical, and I played Flat Stanley's sister. So I just remember being really excited, you could do a play and sing, and I was like, this is so cool. And so I've pretty much been doing theater ever since, and I'm 19 now, so it's been a while. But yeah, that's definitely my family and just my personality, I guess. What about you?
So my dad was always a theater person. He was in the Air Force, and he did all of the Air Force shows. And so I kind of grew up with a dad who liked to put shows together. Mm-hmm. And so I was 7 years old when I made my stage debut, and I sang Mr. Sandman.
Oh, yes.
And at the end, the fellow was supposed to let me throw this rose out, and he closed the curtains on me, and so I threw the rose and it hit the curtain. I was like, ah!
Oh, no,
so my dad said I was a diva from birth, but yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of funny.
Nothing wrong with that. I guess. Love that. Yeah.
So what are you most excited for our audiences to see in The Princess and the Frog?
Oh gosh, I'm most excited for them to see, first of all, the amount of dancing and the fun that we have on stage, and also just this lesson of being who you are is important, especially in a world where people will try to tell you who you are, try to tell you who you need to be. And our last song, Who I Am, just really has such beautiful lyrics. All my life I never knew who I was. I played the part of someone else, and I finally feel for the very first time that I truly know myself. When I sing those lyrics, I'm this is so beautiful, and I hope that the 5-year-olds are oh my gosh, this is so cool. I'm learning a lesson and seeing them tap dance. So I think I'm excited for the spectacle, of course, but mainly the lesson that's coming along with it, and just for them to see our very beautiful, very diverse cast. I'm very excited about that for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. What about you? What are you excited about?
Oh, yes. Well, I think it's going to be a beautiful show in general. Mm-hmm. The costumes are beautiful. I believe the set's going to be absolutely beautiful. Yes. And I really enjoy the songs in this show. Yes. I think the songs are just written very well, and they're catchy, and I think people will really be taken by the songs. Yes. Not only the message, but just they're well-written songs. Yes. So I think people will really enjoy that. And it's definitely going to be a visually pleasing show. Mm-hmm. So very excited about that.
Me too.
So there have been a lot of adaptations of this story. So what makes this one stand out?
I will say, not giving anything away, but the fact that Princess Acrimonia starts out as someone who is misunderstood, and a lot of the princesses that I've watched, with Disney and stuff, I feel they, it's always the princess has always been kind and always been someone who everyone understands, and the world around her has to shift. And so this story has a mix of both, where the people around her have had to shift, and also she has to shift. And I feel there's some magic involved and some power, some magic powers going on. But overall, I think the princess is misunderstood, and she's someone who kind of comes into her own by the end of the show. And I think, to me, I was this is so exciting that we get to kind of bring these characters to life, And so I'm excited for people to meet her, because no one really knows her yet. So I'm excited for people to see that about her and hopefully love that about her.
Oh, I'm sure they'll love her. So what lessons do you think can be learned from the story of Princess and Frog?
getting to know someone before making any judgments about their character. I feel that as someone who is Black and I've had, like a Black woman specifically, and so many people think so many things when they first meet me, and I think just getting to know someone can be such an eye-opening, just an inviting, and just like a very great experience overall. I feel that sometimes we all are very quick to judge what other people look like, and just I feel like this story is when Acrimonia first meets the frog, she's very scared of him and she's disgusted by him, and eventually she's like, no, this is my friend, this is someone that I care about, and I feel that if the world were more like that, we'd be in a better place, So I just think it's a very simple story, but I think it's an essential one, and it's one that we need to continue to, talk about, and we need to reinforce, So
Great.
So yeah.
So now it's time for what we call the lightning round, where I'll ask Rainice as many questions as I can in under a minute.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Set. Go! What's your favorite color?
Lavender and yellow.
What's your favorite holiday?
Thanksgiving.
What's your dream vacation destination?
Greece.
If you had a pet frog, what would you name it?
Titus.
Ooh. What's your favorite animal?
Red panda.
Oh, tacos or pizza?
Pizza.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Teleportation.
Oh. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie. It's. Oh my gosh,
Tick,
Denise.
tick, tick.
There's a series called Now You See Me, and my dad and I love action movies, so I'm gonna have to go with maybe the Taken series.
Okay, all right. What's your favorite song in the show?
The Kissing Dance. Oh yeah, the Kissing Dance.
And last question, what is your favorite musical?
It is Once on This Island.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us for Audio Footlights. If you want to learn more about the world of theater, visit thechildrenstheater.com to hear about classes and upcoming shows. Until next time, thank you for listening to TCT's Audio Footlights.